Hey there, my friend, and welcome. I've got a fun lesson for you today that I think you're going to find very helpful. We're going to talk about homonyms. These are words that are spelled different and have different meanings, but they sound exactly the same. There's a lot of words like this in English. It's one of the many things that can make pronunciation and spelling challenging. And you may be very familiar with some of the common homonyms, but here's the thing. Some of the homonyms that you may have learned are actually false homonyms. Because even though they look like they would sound the same on paper, when you actually hear them in connected conversational speech, they're not homonyms at all. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about some true homonyms and we're going to uncover some false homonyms. Sound good? All right, let's dive in. First pair, S-U-N and S-O-N. Are these true homonyms? Sun and sun. Yes, they are. The vowel in both of these words is the as in plum. Sun, sun. My son loves to play in the sun. My son loves to play in the sun. What about this pair? O-U-R and H-O-U-R. Our, our. It seems like they would be homonyms. They sound the same when I pronounce them that way. But the thing is, most of the time, O-U-R in connected speech is going to reduce. It's going to sound like our house, our plans, our friends. So what about these two words? Are they homonyms? O-U-R, R, and A-R-E, are? Sometimes they are. Are you coming to our party? Are you coming to our party? I don't know where our suitcases are. I don't know where our suitcases are. You are our first choice. You are our first choice. In these instances where the word are, A-R-E, is at the beginning of a sentence or question, when it's at the end of a sentence, or when it's being emphasized, you will hear it pronounced are. But most of the time, A-R-E within a sentence is going to reduce to er. So O-U-R sounds like are, A-R-E sounds like Our kids are both into soccer. Our kids are both into soccer. These are our favorite places to visit. These are our favorite places to visit. Our guests are going to be here in an hour. Our guests are going to be here in an hour. Slightly confusing, but interesting, right? How about this pair? W-O-N and O-N-E. One. Are these true homonyms? They totally are. These two words sound exactly the same. This causes some confusion because there's no W anywhere in the word O-N-E, but you definitely hear the w sound at the beginning of that word, one. This is just another example of how English is not a phonetic language. And you can't just look at the letters and know for sure which sounds to say. One. We only won one game. We only won one game. All right, how about this pair? F-O-R and F-O-U-R. For. They sound the same. They sound like homonyms, right? But F-O-R, for, is typically going to reduce to fur. Whereas the number F-O-U-R is never going to reduce. That will always be 4. We scheduled the meeting for 4. We scheduled the meeting for 4. I need to make a reservation for 4. I need to make a reservation for 4. For 4. False homonyms. The actual homonym pair would be these two words, fur and fur. There's not a big market for fur anymore. There's not a big market for fur anymore. All right, how about these two? W-E-A-R, W-H-E-R-E. Where, where. Yes, these two are true homophones. They both have the as in red vowel sound going into the Where, where. And you don't hear that H at all in W-H-E-R-E. Where. I need somewhere to wear this amazing new dress. I need somewhere to wear this amazing new dress. All right, this pair, T-H-A-N, T-H-E-N. Than, then. Than, the comparative, then we use that as a time to sequence events. Then, they don't seem like homonyms, right? Except that both of these words are going to reduce to then. So surprisingly, this is a true homonym pair. He's so much bigger than he was then. He's so much bigger than he was then. Than he was then. If driving is less expensive than flying, then we should probably drive. If driving is less expensive than flying, then we should probably drive. Interesting, right? All right, what about these words? B-U-Y, B-Y, B-Y-E. Buy, buy, buy. Are these true homonyms? Indeed they are. These words sound exactly the same all the time. You have to buy by today or this deal goes bye-bye. You have to buy by today or this deal goes bye-bye. All right, what about these words? T-W-O, T-O-O, and T-O. Two, two, two. Right? These two words are homonyms, T-W-O and T-O-O. These words are always going to sound like two. You have the number two and T-O-O, meaning in addition to or in excess. 2 o'clock is too late. 2 o'clock is too late. But the little preposition to, that one's going to reduce. It's going to sound like to go, to find, to feel, to talk about. So that little word to is not part of the homonym group. 2 days is too long to wait. 2 days is too long to wait. I'm way too far behind to have this done by 2. I'm way too far behind to have this done by 2. I'd like to order 2 of those too. I'd like to order 2 of those too. Do you hear the difference? I know, crazy. No, speaking of no, what about these words? K-N-O-W and N-O. Are these homonyms? They totally are. These two words sound exactly the same. No and no. There was no way to know. There was no way to know. I know no one's listening. I know no one's listening. All right, and last but not least, what about these words? T-H-E-R-E, T-H-E-I-R, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. There, there, there. Are these homonyms? Are they true homonyms? Their neighbors say they're never there. Their neighbors say they're never there. They are true homonyms. These words do sound exactly the same. It's part of what makes them so confusing. And they do all reduce in connected speech. But here's the good news. They all reduce to the same thing. You're either going to hear there or there. I think they're going to be there by 8. I think they're going to be there by 8. They're planning to meet their group in the lobby. They're planning to meet their group in the lobby. They moved most of their stuff there last week. They moved most of their stuff there last week. I know, mind blown, right? Crazy stuff. I'm curious, did any of these pairs surprise you, whether they were true homonyms or false homonyms? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you found the lesson interesting and helpful. If you did, please be sure to share with friends. That is the highest compliment. And come on over to the Clear English Corner website and visit this lesson on the blog. I have some additional really common homophones. I've got a link for you in the video description. As always, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.